at this point in time, I am inclined to say that Gwen is effing annoying. She's awful, but there is a reason behind her annoyingness. It is explained in the play, so we'll get to that eventually. So by all means, hate on Gwen as much as you like, but there is a reason behind the way that she is. Now, this is slightly funny in that Gwen is just flipping out. She's lost the keys. She thought that she gave them to Jim, her husband, and Jim's going, I don't know, I thought you had them. And Gwen's going, no, you had them. Anyway, she says, Gwen, I have not got them. This is about halfway down. Look here. Look, there are no keys there. She picks things up and shoves them in the bag again. No, 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 no. I haven't come across any keys yet. She's saying, look, there. Oh, is it under the... Oh, yeah, no. Where is it? There. Are they there? Can you see a set of keys? I can't. Can anyone see a set of keys? Anyway, she's just gone off chops. So, the techniques that are used here are high modality. We have this hysterical diatribe. Gwen is furious in her denial that she does not have the keys. This reflects her denial of discovery. Now, you may say again that I'm looking into this too much, but this is a detail that you need to go in. You need to make links between what is happening in the play and the process of discovery. It reflects her denial of discovery. The car keys are a symbol of the family's ability to discover. Gwen has lost the key to discovery and ultimate transformation, and the fact that Jim has them all along suggests how relationships facilitate discovery. Don't you think that's true? I thought that was really smart. Yeah, anyway. Now, Roy, again, maintaining his patronising tone down the end here, Roy comes up. He says, so, what do you think of our little Chips Raffertys, eh? Proud mums and dads. Now, again, if you don't know who Chips Raffertys is, go and Google it, have a look at the rubric. The glossary. He maintains his patronising tone from earlier. Now, consider how Roy's facade, which is necessary to maintain his job, hinders Coral's ability to discover. Now, let's have a look at Coral. So, Coral comes in at the next page. Here we go. Poor Coral. She's a I don't know if she's crazy, but if she is, it's for a good reason. Coral comes in. Coral stares at her for a moment, then looks away. Coral doesn't respond. Oh, poor Coral. Okay. Coral does not speak in this scene, even when she is directly addressed by Gwen. I think this is really important so we need to compare and contrast we need to compare and contrast all of the characters' attitudes before and after the discovery, but this is our first experience of Coral. This is our introduction to Coral. She doesn't say anything, okay? So you need to compare that to at the end. It also contrasts the different examples of family dynamics in the play. So there are 3 families, remember? Coral and Roy, and then Tom, Vic and Harry, and then Jim, Gwen and Meg. So think about the differences here. This is the only time, this is the first of 2 times that all of the families are together. Now, the stage directions of Coral here indicate that something is not right with Coral's state of mind. Now, we also have this reference or an allusion to Laurence Olivier, who is a British actor, and given that Harry is an English migrant, it shows his attitudes towards migrants at the time. So just another contextual clue. Okay, over the page. Now, this quote here is one of the ones that is used the most. Gwen says, "We've got a new caravan. Everything in it you could want." Now, this whole extract here, and if you need to, go and pause the video now and read it. Now, Jim and Gwen, they're very ritzy. Okay, remember when I was talking about the differences between the upper class and the lower classes? Harry and Vic are in the lower class, okay? So, Roy says, "You've seen much of this country yet. How long have you been out here?" Vic says, 8 years. Not a lot of it. No, not yet. Harry says, "We will though." Gwen, "You caravanning?" Harry, "Oh, no, not exactly. We've got a tent." Jim, "Oh, a tent. Terrific. I miss the old tent sometimes." So Jim's a little bit more accepting. But Gwen, "We've got a new caravan. Everything in it you could want." Jim, "If you need a couple of stretchers." Harry, "It's a small tent. We just put it up against the car." Gwen, "A lean-to?" Harry, "That's it." Gwen, "Oh, you can see that she thinks that this little tent that's propped up against the car is way inferior to her new caravan that has everything in it you could want." Now, if you link it back to what was said in the introduction, Gwen's attitude towards people that are inferior to her is a real barrier to her discovery. Now, just on the slide there, characters are caught up in a world where their worth as human beings is measured by the cost of their holidays. Think about how that has to change to enable them to discover. Now, Gwen. Gwen, Roy and Coral go away. Gwen, "She looks awful, poor woman. Her son, you know." Now that foreshadows what we already know about Roy and Coral's son and how he has gone and died in fighting the Vietnam War. Okay. Here we go. Gwen and Meg and Jim are having a conversation about Vic and Harry and Tom. Now, this here, they both work, don't they, in a factory, isn't it? I'm sure that's what I heard. A lean-to. They shouldn't be going on a holiday if they can't afford one. Oh my god. How awful. Now, Tom has heard this and he runs back in. "Tom, I hope you have a rotten holiday. I hope it rains. I hope the dunnies overflow and you all get the runs. I hope you get sunstroke and end up in hospital. I hope all the fish you catch are poisoned. I hope you have a fucking miserable time." Again, the parallel characterization. This seems like a curse. He is cursing their holiday. And Puck, in Midsummer Night's Dream, has similar magical abilities. I think this is another example of foreshadowing as well, because that, I mean, not exactly that. I mean, it rains. There is a massive storm that ruins their holiday. But it is essential in their moving forward and discovering themselves and their world. Now, he goes away, and Gwen, not even that fussed or phased, says, "Where do they live?" Meg says, "It doesn't matter." Gwen, "I want to know. They have no special privileges. No one asks them to come out to this country. They have no right to behave any differently." We really need to think about what Gwen is like. So these are some of the quotes that you can use in comparing the start of Gwen's discovery to the end. Now let's have a look at some of these notes. This refers to the conservative attitude that married women, especially mothers, should not go out to work, and to the social reality that most migrant women did work, often in factories, okay? So when she says they both work, don't they? That's going against the social norm at the time of women working and men, well, men are supposed to work and women are supposed to stay at home, essentially. Now, ironically, Gwen tries to inhibit Harry, Vic and Tom's discovery of their new life. Okay, they're migrants, they've come here, they have discovered a new place physically. Gwen is trying to inhibit that, but she is the one preventing her own discovery, given that Tom's illness is actually her catalyst later on. She finds out that Tom is sick, spoiler alert if you haven't already read it, and he actually catalyzes her own discovery. But in this instance, in this scene, she is trying to inhibit that discovery and restrict it. Okay, we'll stop there and then we'll go on to scene 3 in the next video.